31. In order to play 31, all you need is a standard 52 card deck and enough counters or tokens or any kind of loose items around the house for each player to have 3. In order to win at 31, you need to have an understanding of the point values of each card. In this game, aces are 11, kings, queens, and jacks are all worth 10, and then the number cards are worth the value of the number on the card. Let's take a quick look at the highest possible hands. Starting at the top left, the queen, king, ace combination is the highest hand possible with a value of 31. Right below that is a 3 of a kind with a value of 30.5. This is the only hand combination possible where the suits do not match. Right below that is the jack, queen, king combination that equals 30. And then below that still is the 10 jack queen. Now, even though the 10 jack queen is also worth 30, when it's time for the showdown, any player that has the jack queen king combination, also known as the king high, has the higher hand. It is quite common in games with more than 2 players for players to be stuck with less than stellar hand values. In these examples here, we see one player has a jack and a 7, which would equal 17, and a 10 of diamonds. So if this player were to lay down this hand, their hand value would be worth 17. The player below that has a 5 and a 2 of clubs, as well as an ace of diamonds. They would go with the highest value possible from their hand. So this player's hand would be worth 11. Because the ace of diamonds is worth more than the 5 and the 2 combined. Alright, let's go ahead and dive into how to play. Start by dealing 3 cards to each player. In our example here, we will be playing a 2-player game. Normally you keep the cards secret, but we're going to play them face up for this example. The rest of the cards go in the center as a draw pile. Starting off, player 1, the dealer, has a hand value of 24. This is a great starting point. Player 2 is working on having a 3 of a kind. Start the game by flipping up the top card to become the discard pile. The non-dealer, or the player left of the dealer, goes first. During a player's turn, they may choose to draw from the draw pile or take the top card from the discard pile. Here, player 2 chose to draw from the draw pile and decided they did not want the 6 of spades, so they discarded it to the discard pile. Player 1 chose to draw from the draw pile and discarded it to the discard pile. If a player chooses to keep the card that they draw, they must exchange it for one of the cards in their hand, placing that card on the discard pile. Play like this continues until one of the players is happy with their hand. Player 2 draws a card, finally getting that last 3 that they need in order to create 3 of a kind. They swap it out for the 5 and discard the 5 to the discard pile. Player 1 draws, getting a jack of diamonds. They swap out the 7, keeping the jack. This time, player 2 is happy with the hand that they have created, so they knock. This signals to the rest of the table that the game is about to end. Every other player at the table gets one last chance to improve their hand. Player 1 takes their turn, discards the 10, and now it is time for a showdown. This round is over. In this round, player 2 wins with 3 of a kind, giving them a hand value of 30.5. Player 1 only has a hand value of 30. Player 1 loses the round and so loses one of their tokens. The game is over when all but one player has lost all of their tokens. Basically, the last player standing with a token wins. Once a player has lost all of their tokens, they are out of the game.